Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic day, fantastic week, fantastic month. More importantly, a fantastic year. You guys already know who this is, JP with P&P, dropping some C's, dropping some knowledge to help you guys grow your business. Ladies and gentlemen, today's message is one that I've been thinking long and hard about, and that is the nobody cares. Nobody cares, Jose. Nobody gives a shit. And it's very true. It's very true. You know, time and time I talk to my realtors in my office. We sometimes go out to eat, sometimes we go get a drink, sometimes we're just talking at the office. They want to sit down and have a conversation, and it's crazy because I've been there so many times, right? It's like the deja vu, right? It's like it's awesome. It's awesome. I remember when I was going through all this drama back in the days, right? I started in 2000, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, high school dropout, right? I actually started in 1999 or 2000. No, 1999. Because I dropped out of high school when I was 17. No, so I just started like in 2000. I dropped out of high school when I was, I think it was a senior. My first quarter of the senior. Dropped out, man. Too many fights, too much shit. I just didn't like school, and honestly, I was B, C student. I think I got an A in PE. But, one of those students. But I remember when I got into the business, all the drama that I went through, man, and I used to tell myself, I hate this, man. Like, why? Like, why me? And, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And I feel bad for myself and sorry for myself and pissed off at myself, right? And I was like, why is he doing so well? And why am I not doing so well? And, you just do all this bullshit and you compare yourself to other people. And it's good. I've always told you, like, hey, it's good to pay attention to your competition, but you don't have to copy your competition, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be your own person. I tell this in my training sessions to all my agents. Guys, I'm not training you guys to become like me. It's impossible for you to become like me. I'm too good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I tell people this all the time. You have to be you because that's the way it's going to be a natural conversation. And people know when you're being a fake. That's the last thing you want to do is in real estate is be fake. So I talk to people all the time and they're telling me, oh, I'm going through this and feel bad for me. And, oh, I got kids and the men won't understand and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, man, shut up. It's crazy. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we all have shit that we deal with, man. Everybody, every single one of us. We all have different things that we deal with in life, But nobody gives a shit. Nobody's gonna come save your ass. Now, that doesn't mean you're not gonna be, oh, I feel bad for that person. Like a human, right? As a human, of course you're gonna feel bad. Oh man, I feel bad for that person, right? But are you gonna pay that person's bills? Are you gonna mentor that person every day, motivate them every day? No, chances are you're not. Now you can go on Instagram and you can do all this and post your, your videos or whatever the shit is, but try building somebody up. Try that. Videos is what I'm doing right now is super fucking simple. Building my agents up every day, grinding them, telling them show up, where you at, coaching them, training them, helping them with their problems, helping them grow, helping them invest. Try that shit. Posting these little videos, all this bullshit, this is nothing, ladies and gentlemen. So don't fall for these so-called gurus, right, that are posting all these stupid videos. And I'm not even going to say they're stupid. I mean, whatever. You take it for what it is. That's my personal opinion, but you take it for what it is. If it helps you, great. Congratulations. If it's making you grow, get better, cool, whatever. But I can tell you doing this for 25 years, nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody's going to come and save you. You have to have that type of mentality. You have to have that type of grind. You have to have that type of thick skin. Because if you always feel that there's going to be somebody there to save you, you're never going to push yourself to your maximum abilities. Nobody was there to save me, my brother. We had to work our asses off. We lost everything. We had to build it back up. And we were working in our gym for years, not making no money. We had to get back into real estate. And, that was a difficult thing to build. And then, you go through all these trials and errors and you build these people, right? These realtors or whoever it is. And then another real estate company steals them. Because now you, the broker, don't want to pay them 100% commission because, hey, I invest a lot of time in you, right? I got to see some investment back. Well, agents don't see it that way. They don't see it that way when it's time for them to give back, right? Which it doesn't even matter to me because I don't see, we're not the typical real estate broker where we eat off of our agents. We don't. We have our investments. We have a bunch of properties. Everything, 50% of the business that comes into the company comes in because of me and Ricardo. And nothing to take away from my agents, man. They bust their ass. They're hustlers. They're doing their damn thing, and I appreciate them for everything, right? But what I'm saying is this. Get out of that feel sorry for me. Nobody feels sorry for you. When you're hungry, nobody's going to feed you. Yeah, you might get a meal here and a meal there, but they're not going to feed you every day. They're not going to give you gas money. They're not going to do. So get yourself out of that little rut of feel bad for me. Put your big boy pants on and get your ass out there and work. There's plenty of money to be made. The hardest part in real estate is that there's no guarantee to make a paycheck. So therefore, we start second guessing ourselves. And then we'd rather have a little small paycheck on the side than to actually build something. Build something. No, at first, if you're making a small paycheck, but you're looking to build something wherever it is you're working, cool, man. Fuck yeah, do that. Hell yeah. But that's not what I hear in my office. And that's not what I seen. And that's not what I personally experienced when I was growing up in my business. Everybody can make money, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody. Doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you were born. Blah, 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 blah. We have the story to prove it. I'm not telling you shit from a book. Single mom. My mom was on welfare. We were growing up. I was out there gang banging. I was, not doing good in school. My mom had to take me from San Bernardino County District down to Atlanta, Georgia District. That didn't work out. I got kicked out of over there. Had to come back over to Fontana School District. Got kicked out of Fontana School District. I just didn't want to go anymore. I was done. So you can't tell me anything that I haven't experienced. But I can tell you this, and if you take anything from this conversation, take this. There's always someone else that has it worse than you. Stop playing victim. There's always someone that has it worse than you. Think about this. Think about the kids on the line in TJ. I hate driving by there, man. I hate seeing these poor kids, man. I truly hate it. Because it's like, Jesus Christ, these kids don't even have a chance. They're 6 years old out there doing, what they're doing to try to make a 10 cents a quarter. Fuck, we live in the greatest country in the world where we got welfare, we got obviously EBT, we got unemployment if we ain't got no work, right? We can, there's so much work, there's so much to do, there's money here. It's so easy for us to make it here, yet we're so privileged that we forget that there's someone out there that has it even worse than us. There's second world countries. I consider Mexico maybe a second world. I mean, they got a lot of money, but obviously politicians still all that, but that's a whole different story. But then you got third world countries that are even worse than Mexico. Think about that, right? So stop comparing yourself to the people that are here in your area and start comparing yourself to people that are outside of your area that wish they can come in here, right? So my moral of my story is wake the fuck up. Stop making excuses. You can do it. I did it. My brother did it. I know a lot of people that have done it. Stop bullshitting. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to come save your ass. You need some help? Find a mentor. You need some help? Find some people that are successful. Stick around that circle. Circles are so important who you hang out with because that's who you become. And it's absolutely true. When I was hanging out with gangbangers, I was being a gangbanger. When I started hanging out with successful people, I started being successful. It's just the animal that we live in. Simple. Make it so simple for yourself. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys have a great end of last quarter of the year. Let's make that money. Peace.